Billions of dollars were simply invented on paper. WorldCom, once a titan of telecommunications, engaged in a stunning $11 billion accounting fraud, making it the largest in United States history during 2002. This colossal deception, orchestrated by its chief executive officer, Bernard Evers, and other top executives, systematically inflated the company's assets and revenues for almost 5 years, from 1999 to 2002. The core of the scheme involved improperly capitalizing line costs and operating expense instead of correctly recording them, which falsely boosted profits and painted a picture of immense financial success. This allowed the company to meet Wall Street expectations and maintain its stock price artificially high, even as actual financial health was deteriorating. The fraud led to more than 20,000 employees losing their jobs, a devastating blow to families and communities connected to this once dominant long-distance carrier. Investors faced catastrophic losses totaling over $180 billion as the true financial state of the company came to light when the massive $11 billion discrepancy was eventually revealed. The unraveling began with a courageous internal audit led by Cynthia Cooper, who uncovered widespread irregularities and reported them despite immense pressure. This internal investigation triggered a chain of events leading to the company's admission of fraud in the summer of 2002 and its eventual filing for bankruptcy protection in 2003, which was at that time the largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. corporate history. The sheer scale of this elaborate scheme impacted millions of people directly and indirectly, eroding public trust in corporate governance and accounting practices. Evers himself received a 25-year prison sentence for his role in masterminding this vast financial crime, a stark reminder of the consequences for such illicit actions. The company's collapse marked a significant moment in financial history, prompting stricter regulatory measures and a renewed focus on ethical financial reporting. The complex web of deceit involved dozens of fraudulent accounting entries, manipulated balance sheets, and profit and loss statements designed to perpetually present an illusion of growth and prosperity. The company's revenue numbers were grossly overstated, creating a false narrative of consistent performance year after year, while the real figures showed significant decline. This widespread financial manipulation demonstrated how a seemingly successful corporation could mask deep-seated problems through sophisticated accounting trickery and outright illegal practices. The impact on the telecommunications sector was profound, as WorldCom had grown through aggressive acquisitions, accumulating a massive network infrastructure and customer base, all built on a foundation of lies. The legal aftermath was extensive, with multiple indictments and convictions beyond Evers, solidifying the fraud's place as a seminal moment in corporate malfeasance. It truly was an incredible display of how far individuals would go to maintain an illusion of success, regardless of the devastating real-world implications for countless lives and the broader economy. A cautionary tale of greed and deception, unparalleled in its scope for its time. Billions vanished. WorldCom, once a telecommunications giant, was systematically fabricating its financial reality for almost 5 years, from 1999 to 2002. The $11 billion accounting fraud was exposed, making it the largest in United States history during 2002. This colossal deception, orchestrated by its chief executive officer Bernard Evers and other top executives, involved improperly capitalizing line costs, a known operating expense, instead of correctly recording them. This trick artificially boosted reported profits to meet Wall Street expectations. The internal audit team, led by Cynthia Cooper, uncovered widespread irregularities despite immense pressure to hide them. This brave internal investigation triggered the company's admission of fraud in the summer of 2002. The true financial state led to a devastating blow for over 20,000 employees who lost their jobs. Families and communities connected to this once dominant long-distance carrier faced immense hardship. Investors saw catastrophic losses totaling over $180 billion as the massive $11 billion discrepancy became known. The company filed for bankruptcy protection in 2003, becoming the largest corporate bankruptcy filing in U.S. history at that time. Bernard Ebbers himself received a 25-year prison sentence for masterminding this vast financial crime. This served as a stark reminder of the serious consequences for such illicit actions. The collapse prompted stricter regulatory measures and a renewed focus on ethical financial reporting. The complex web of deceit involved dozens of fraudulent accounting entries, manipulating balance sheets, and profit and loss statements. Revenue numbers were grossly overstated, creating a false narrative of consistent performance year after year. The actual figures showed significant decline behind the scenes. This widespread financial manipulation demonstrated how a seemingly successful corporation could mask deep-seated problems through sophisticated accounting trickery. The impact on the telecommunications sector was profound. WorldCom had grown through aggressive acquisitions, accumulating a massive network infrastructure, all built on a foundation of lies, eventually costing shareholders everything. The legal aftermath was extensive, with multiple indictments and convictions beyond Ebbers. The fraud solidified its place as a seminal moment in corporate malfeasance. This deception involved 7 high-ranking executives pleading guilty to various charges, including conspiracy and securities fraud. The company settled a class action lawsuit for $2.65 billion with investors who lost their savings. The scale of the deceit was immense, with almost $950 million in fraudulent entries found in just a single quarter. The auditors KPMG had missed these irregularities for years before Cooper's team stepped in. The Securities and Exchange Commission imposed a record $2.25 billion civil penalty against WorldCom, a staggering sum aimed at compensating victims. Over 300,000 creditors were listed in the bankruptcy filing. The final restitution plan, approved in 2005, aimed to recover only a fraction of the losses for hundreds of thousands of victims. Extreme deception cost $180 billion. The WorldCom scandal represented a monumental $11 billion accounting fraud, systematically engineered for almost 5 years, from 1999 through 2002, a period of intense fabrication. Chief Executive Officer Bernard Ebbers and other top executives masterminded this colossal deception, where operating expenses, specifically line costs, were improperly capitalized as assets, artificially inflating profits to meet unrealistic Wall Street expectations. Internal auditor Cynthia Cooper and her team bravely uncovered these widespread irregularities, despite immense pressure to conceal them. Their relentless investigation ultimately triggered the company's admission of fraud in the summer of 2002, sending shockwaves across the financial world. The true financial state led to a devastating blow for over 20,000 employees who instantly lost their jobs, shattering families and communities reliant on this once dominant long-distance carrier. Investors faced catastrophic losses totaling over $180 billion as the massive $11 billion discrepancy became public. In 2003, the company filed for bankruptcy protection, becoming the largest corporate bankruptcy filing in U.S. history at that time. A truly unprecedented collapse. Bernard Ebbers himself received a 25-year prison sentence, a stark reminder of the severe consequences for such vast financial crimes. This monumental failure prompted stricter regulatory measures and a renewed focus on ethical financial reporting across industries. The complex web of deceit involved dozens of fraudulent accounting entries, manipulating balance sheets and profit and loss statements year after year, Revenue numbers were grossly overstated, creating a false narrative of consistent performance, while actual figures showed significant decline behind the scenes. This widespread financial manipulation demonstrated how a seemingly successful corporation could mask deep-seated problems through sophisticated accounting trickery. The impact on the telecommunications sector was profound. WorldCom had aggressively expanded through acquisitions, accumulating a massive network infrastructure, all built upon a foundation of lies, eventually costing shareholders everything. The legal aftermath was extensive, with multiple indictments and convictions beyond Evers, including 7 high-ranking executives pleading guilty to various charges, like conspiracy and securities fraud. The company settled a class action lawsuit for $2.65 billion with investors who had lost their life savings. The sheer scale of the deceit was immense, with almost $950 million in fraudulent entries found in just a single quarter. A staggering figure. The auditors, KPMG, had astonishingly missed these irregularities for years before Cooper's determined team stepped in to expose the truth. The Securities and Exchange Commission imposed a record $2.25 billion civil penalty against WorldCom, a staggering sum aimed at providing some compensation to the victims. Over 300,000 creditors were listed in the bankruptcy filing, painting a picture of widespread devastation. The final restitution plan, approved in 2005, aimed to recover only a fraction of the losses for hundreds of thousands of victims. A bittersweet end to a saga of unparalleled corporate greed.